Kenya Private Sector Alliance, known as KEPSA, is the apex body of the private sector. It is at the forefront of championing zero tolerance to gender-based violence, gender mainstreaming, and equity among the private sector in Kenya. The private sector plays a critical role and is a key catalyst for change and investment in interventions that seek to promote gender equity. We further take cognizance of the various benefits of gender mainstreaming in the private sector, such as enhanced performance and productivity of the workforce. This contributes to increased growth and sustainability for companies and the economy at large.
The private sector GBV advocacy program has conducted a baseline study on the prevalence, trends, and the impact of GBV on productivity, and are also developing a model policy to promote and provide guidance towards establishing a violence-free environment that enhances dignity at work. Of course, we have commitments that we have put down, and some of our commitments around this particular initiative is to the enhanced private sector participation in national level consultation and in GBV action coalition aimed at the ending of all forms of GBV. Also, the strengthening the mobilization of private sector actors with an aim of enhancing collaborative efforts and synergy towards eradication of GBV through champions, training, promoting communication by social discussion in the private entities. Also, we're looking at disseminating and popularizing the private sector position paper that provides the blueprint for championing policy recommendations on management and the response to GBV in the sector. Also, implementing advocacy strategies that seek to ensure the implementation of gender-related laws and policies, commitments on protection against discrimination, the sexual exploitation, and also the abuse in the private sector. We also have the inculcating conducive language culture. We know how critical that is and why it's important in the workplaces to look at what is the language culture that we are having, aiming at overcoming the cultural gender barriers. We are looking also at strengthened coordination, monitoring, and documentation of the GBV cases in the private sector, encouraging the employees to be able to also report and be able to document to enable us see how to work around that. We also commit as KEPSA to undertake periodic research on the trends of GBV to enhance the business case of investing in GBV in the private sector.
As we join the Red Card campaign, it is our clarion call to the private sector community and our partners to strengthen their policies and operations by keenly evaluating the inherent gender gaps and opportunities and taking appropriate steps towards closing the gender gaps, thus ensuring that no one is left behind.